Alrighty, hello again. This is Trice Majestus, and we're back on the new channel. I'm still uploading the video from yesterday. It's got about 4 minutes left on the upload, but that's okay. We'll stream anyway. So, hi Castle. Yeah. I also updated the video drivers again, so it's going to take a little long for the game to come up. So, let's get together with the rest of the gang and. At least have some socializing before the game decides to finish loading. Hey guys.
Welcome. You got mail.
I got mail. I got a new stream.
Excellent. How are you, Trice?
Hello there. So we got Castle in the stream chat, and we're waiting for the video drivers to properly load. Because, of course, video drivers had to change today.
You just sound like a Charlie Brown's character there.
I sounded like a Charlie Brown character?
Yeah, he's always got something wrong.
Believe me, today's been, well, today actually wasn't too bad, but recently it's just been a whole series of setbacks for things. Well, whatever, we'll get it straightened out, and here we sit like birds in the wilderness, waiting for the game to load.
There, just sub to you.
You gonna be as submissive now? What?
It's funny how many different meanings you can attribute to that word contraction.
Well, I don't know about your problems, but I do know one thing. Cam went to that one planet with the crane that I was at, that it was at dark, except he got it lucky and it was at daylight. And he dropped down into that pit that we were talking about that had the overhead cranes and shit. And we all speculate, according to the lore, that these damn things are insectoids. And they have 6 legs and their arms have claws. Well, down in this pit, there was like a crawdad claw, looked like a top of one. And over on the other side looked like the bottom of one. And so Cam backed away and looked at the difference between him and it. And it's like, yeah, we might want to rethink about fighting these puppies. Because the size of it, it could cut you just
right in half.
In two.
Yep. Like hey Shane, welcome back.
Starship Troopers, probably.
That's probably what they're going for.
Yeah.
After all, they've played homage to just about every space paradigm that's been in existence so far. Ooh, upload complete. Processing 36%. Oh, jeez.
Anyways, I don't know, but the size of that claw is like, I don't know if I want anything to do with them puppies. Maybe shoot him from a distance?
As far as possible.
You don't want to do it up close, that's for sure.
But I have to say, I have to applaud Frontier or Elite on their crane. It was pretty when he got to looking at it in the daylight, taking me around looking at it. It's like they did that accurately.
Wow.
And it's like, wow, look at that cable run down through that little shiv, down through there. Look at that hook. Yeah, okay, yeah. It's on a rail track. That's a Clico crane, overhead crane or Clico. Like, yeah, okay. Now I want them to make gameplay where I can get into the damn thing and operate.
Now I know you're crazy.
Why?
Well, you know, it's something you did for a living for the longest time. You did it for a job, and now you're going to go back and do it for fun?
Sure, lifting aliens and put them in there. I'm just thinking, because it's not big enough for a ship. It's not big enough for a scout ship.
Mm-hmm.
And then we've seen those pieces that look like pieces of the Thargoid itself. Well, you see the size of the pit, and you see the size of the cranes, and you're like, yeah, this don't look good for us. So my only question is how big are these puppies in the first place?
Mm.
I was thinking 6 foot tall, but that crane and stuff,
You think it's something completely different now, yeah.
it's a whole lot bigger than 6 foot tall.
Their
Yeah.
leg
Who
alone
knows?
is
Those
enough.
scouts may be single-engine fighters. How's that? Or single-pilot fighters.
Yeah, I always imagined there was only one pilot in that.
It's a big ship for there to be only one pilot. But then again, if they're huge, well...
Well, really, those scouts ain't no bigger than a Diamondback, or
Yeah.
our crates,
Yeah.
and ours is a single
Well,
pilot.
true enough.
And if you look at the bigger ones, the Cyclops and everything, it's got that little eye-looking thing in the center of them.
Yep.
That's like a cockpit. So I don't know. I'm sure we're going to find out a lot more than we ever wanted to know about it.
Probably.
But I'm just saying that was pretty different from some of the stuff I've seen Elite have on their on-ground bases and stuff. And I was pretty impressed with the detail they went into making it look real.
That's cool.
Yeah.
It's always great when they do a good job, you know?
Yeah.
The only thing that would have been better is gameplay, but you know. Get in
I
there.
can crawl all over it.
Get in that crane and run it. That would be fun.
Well, we can't run it, but we can crawl all over it. I mean, Cam was on top of it, beside it, trying to climb up the ladder.
Mm-hmm.
And we were looking, and I
Track
didn't know if
landing.
it was on tracks, you know,
Landing
if it
gear
was
ready.
like a crane with the steel tracks, and we got to look at it, and it's not. It's like a railroad. It has the steel wheels,
Mm-hmm.
and it has railroad rails that it runs on.
Yep.
And I was like, okay, it's self-propelled. Hydraulic. It was pretty neat going through there looking at it.
Yeah, it sounds it. Makes me wish I would kind of wish I was back in the bubble right now, but
Well, we got the system worked now, so.
yeah, I can go look at it when I do get back in several months. But now I've
Yeah,
still got the
months.
problem with this hide and go seek on this bark mound.
Yes.
Soon you're going to have to figure out how much you get for it. Is it worth all the time you're taking?
Oh, I doubt it's worth the time I'm taking anyway.
Yeah.
Because, you know,
This is a lot of
actually the bark
time.
mounds are not going to pay you anything like what the bios are.
Yeah.
Bios will earn you rank plus money or plus credits.
Yeah, I may have to call this one a mystery. Because it just does not want to show.
And Mr. James, he's going around to the bases recording the data beacons or whatever, logs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But it could be over the next hill.
Over the mountains, through the woods.
The misty mountains cold, through dungeons deep and caverns old, we must away ere break of day to find our long forgotten gold. Anyway. Now watch these ones actually be, you know, these little tiny things that I'm just going by and not even checking, thinking they're just rocks. But none of them even look like bark mounds, so. Yeah, they're just rocks. Alright, up one more hill and then we'll go to space. Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the Timothy Leary.
Let's go to the day side.
It doesn't have the same ring as the Enterprise.
Yeah.
I do have to say that Elite does have some pretty creative writers.
Yeah, that they do.
I'm sitting here in this saga. It's 250 pages.
Damn.
And then you got all of the logs, which is another, well, there's 12 bases. 3 is a minimum, 6 is the longest. And it's like, Somebody put some time in.
Mm-hmm. When somebody's paying attention and keeping the storyline consistent too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because if you really realize it, stop and look. We think this is current events. This shit's been going on for
Yeah.
200, 300,
Decade.
400 years.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that. Yeah.
Salvation. If this is a salvation that was on that one planet that did recording that says Caleb Witchley, excuse me. He's over 200 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah. What species is he?
Human.
A human. He's taking genital
Oh, okay.
cells,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, it has to mess with their mentality.
Yeah, all the horrible things you've seen.
All the horrible
That's
things
true.
he's done.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, but guys, when you
Turned him
stop to
into
think
a
about
bad
it, he's
thing.
not the only one. The Federation has, the Empire has, the Alliance has. I mean, look at all them mega ships that we followed out there in the deep space,
Mm-hmm.
and the crew went mutiny because the captain was doing stuff, or they went, ate each other. Hell, look at the Dredger, the Dredger clan that is cannibals. Welcome.
Welcome, whoever that was.
It's Kyle.
Ah, welcome back, Kyle.
Carl.
Carl.
Muted.
You said Kyle, so I said Kyle.
Well, I was twisting his word, or twisting his name, and it came out Kyle.
Ah. Trying to confuse me.
That's not hard.
There. Let's just go there. Certainly are a ton of rocks.
That's basically what you're looking for anyway. At least something that looks like a rock.
Let's check down in this pit.
See, that's another thing. Elite missed the mark. What they should have done is gave us like a little tool, like a little Dremel, to where we could drill into the side of that bark mound and then analyze that, and it tell you it's made up of so much carbon, so much da 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 da, so much da 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 da.
That would be cool.
And what it's used for, you can use it for this, you can use it for that.
Bacteria stuff.
That's another thing I haven't seen on this, besides no children, is trains of any type, trams, or to go from like
Not even the planetary stations or bases.
They're so small.
Mm.
Yeah, but you got
At
like
least they're in
5 or
Horizon.
6 bases on one planet. You think they would have a tram or a train underground or something from one to the next?
I'm pretty sure there is though. On one of those city-looking bases, planetary bases. Don't they have trains and stuff?
I don't remember seeing any. That doesn't mean anything, but I don't remember seeing any.
Yeah.
Now I've seen their little tracks that goes on that little thing around on the
Yeah.
inside of the stations and
Nav.
stuff.
Yep.
But as far as a tram where you could load up and go from one place to another, no.
Oh God, I'm not looking for you yet. I need one more bacteria first.
The other thing I ain't seen is like a museum or something.
Yeah, I know.
Is what?
A museum.
Oh, that's true.
Where you
Well, I
could go and
imagine
look.
those would be on the planets or inside
Yeah,
the stations where we
Earth
don't have access.
Yeah.
But wouldn't it be cool to be able to walk around through there and see all the technology from the very beginning that the different weapons, handheld weapons or whatever.
Hmm.
I know it's too much work.
It's a lot of
Trailers
work
are
for not much gameplay, yeah.
I don't know. People may people may decide, hey, to go look at it.
That's the thing I like about War Thunder is you can make your own airplanes. You give them to them, they check them off to make sure the flight model's good and the model's good, and then it goes in the game. It's just like, why can't we make
You can
stuff
do the
like the
same
interiors
with
of spaceships?
Well, I'll tell you one better than that. Why don't they let us be able to control our own paint jobs? Because some of their paint jobs, I know even on my worst day, I could do a better job on a paint job.
Yeah, they're notorious for bad paint jobs. Especially anything that's free, usually. Just horrible abominations of mankind.
Or they're so
Blah.
well,
Yeah.
no, it's like those neon ones that have you ever put one of them neon paint jobs on and be sitting in your ship? Hell, you can't see out of the cockpit. You got that dadgum glare right there in your eyeballs every time you turn around. Oh well.
Alright, I'm going for space. I don't see anything here.
Bark Mounds 1, Trace with Justice 0.
Well, so far it's 3.
Zero, yeah.
Or... I mean, I found 2 different bark mounts elsewhere, just this one's eluding me.
Oh, if you're keeping that, then it's 2 to 3, or 2 to 1, or 1 to 2.
Alright, let's turn around. Where do we want to go this time?
They went that way.
Yeah, well, I don't really want to go into the bright areas, but I don't want to go into the blue areas or the bright greens, but I want to, yeah. It's like, where do I want to go?
I don't know. Put it on Discord.
Oh, geez, sorry.
Yeah.
There ain't no sense in watching that because by the time you say, ooh, there's green over there, you're done landed.
Yeah, there we go.
Hell.
I see bright green and blue, basically.
You don't got no good colors.
No.
Hello, Hans.
Hi, Hans.
Hey, Hans.
Hello. Glad to see you're back live there, or
Yeah,
up
that's
and running, I should say.
so.
Well, it's just not the right color.
I'm guessing this blob in the out my left-hand window is the right color.
Yeah, well, it's the,
Oops. No, I'm gonna be too shallow. Oh no, I managed to make it. Okay, so I'm aiming for this long blob here.
yeah.
It's somewhere close, maybe.
Yeah.
Not really what I want, but
No. Well, you got a bunch of junk on the bottom down there to look through. Huh? I don't hear no beep beep.
oh, you will if I put it over the fumarole there.
Oh, yeah.
I know it's a rock, but I'm going to run the thing over it anyway.
Hell, you never know.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy. Now this should be... Nope, that's a rock. Okay. I thought it was a magma spout. Anything on top of the hill? No. Anything down here? Nope. Make sure I'm going the right direction here. Want to be generally going up the hill.
There you are.
Where? I don't see anything.
My bacteria.
He's
Well-
looking on his screen.
Well, that's not a bark mound.
That's odd. There's geodes here, but not. There shouldn't be geodes on this planet.
Actually, there should be geos on any planet if there's rock.
Yeah, technically. Well, there's these vents, which there's only there's 4 bios and nothing else, so I don't know where the hell these came from. Let's put away the rocket launcher so I don't blow myself up. Oh, that's not a vent. It only looked like a vent from far away.
Why in the hell do you have a rocket launcher on an Optimus suit? That's a better
Well,
question.
just in case we might need a weapon sometime on it.
Of
Oh
all
my
the
god,
weapons
if I
to
don't find
choose.
an X bacteria, I'm gonna blow
We
your
also have
ass up.
plasma on here.
And here's another one of these funny too tall rocks. Huh, I can't push it over.
Oh no. Oh my god. No wonder you can't jump with that rocket launcher on your ass.
Well, you got to turn it the other way and shoot it.
Yeah, what you do is you jump and then shoot the ground below you and it'll just boost your butt right up her.
Wish it worked like that.
You don't know that it don't, because I know you probably haven't tried it.
Nope. And I have no intentions of doing so. Let someone else be the guinea pig.
You're all the time volunteering everybody else.
Yeah, I think you can do this one, Philip.
Since you're the one
Never
carrying
mind.
it in the first place.
Yeah, I'm also carrying a bunch of bio data.
Oh, what's the worst that could go wrong?
Yeah. Me
You don't
losing
lose all
a
the
couple
bios.
100 mil.
Oh, I doubt you've got that much bio on
Nah.
you.
I
You
probably
ain't
have
got
at
that
least over
much.
50 mil.
You don't even have probably that much.
Yeah, I have that much.
No, you don't.
Well, I think the bark mound wins this round. Oh, is that something?
Is it matching points or are you going in for more?
Now the reason why I know you don't have that much, because you were out a long time before your computer broke down on you. And you barely had enough to raise you up 2 ranks. And you haven't been out as long this
I
time
was out
as
a
you
long
was then.
time, except most of my samples I got going out there. I had very bad luck coming back on that trip.
And I can scan planets and do all this stuff. I can scan 27 systems and have bukus of bios on them. And when I turn them in, I'm lucky if I get 20 million, 30 million. The higher up you go in rank, the less that shit is worth.
Yep.
So 200 million, I call you out on that.
There you are. All the way over there. That should. Hopefully that's far enough for my third sample. All I have left to find is the Osseous, and surprised I haven't ran into some by accident yet.
Getting very good at finding the geos. I don't have a clue where the heck the bark mounds are.
I in the middle of the geos, probably. Or around
I've
the
looked
geos.
there.
Hmm. Wow, we're enough way. More over there.
And Geo.
Wish you'd stop hitting your bottom on the ground because it makes me jump because I don't know if it's me hitting on the bottom or you.
Found all 3 types of geos right here around this rock. I got my magma, I got my fumaroles, and I got my vents. But I don't have a single bark mound. Alrighty, system map. System map.
And it could be there on the dark side. I don't know.
Yep.
I've been all over the place on this, so I don't know. I mean, every night wherever I'm sitting becomes dark, so I have to go to the other side of the planet as soon as I come. So we'll go to the next one. Retract landing gear.
The landing gear is already retracted. Would you like me to deploy it?
No.
Oh, that is the.
Understood.
Then it's the pump.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
So to tell you the kind of day I've been having, I made myself a cup of coffee this morning. I just started drinking it just at the beginning of the stream.
That's going to make your day even worse.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Now the question was it man-made or was it self-inflicted?
Who? I just forgot about it.
Oh, okay.
And now I bet you're gonna wish you never remembered it.
Why?
It was drinkable?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I don't
Until
make
you
cheap
don't drink
coffee.
much coffee.
I drink coffee like every day.
You probably drink mud.
I wouldn't drink cold coffee, that's for sure.
Did you ever hear about microwave? That thing works wonders on heating shit up.
You know, I also like iced coffee, so. These two are orbiting a bit close. How big are they? They're not very big.
Surface scan complete.
We have bark mounds. Larva. I got the same 4 things as on the other planet. Okay. Might as well do this one while I'm here.
Surface scanned by 50%.
And we have bark mounds. And the other 3 standards. Ah, stuck it. Boy, that planet's all bark mount. This planet's a little bit harder. Alright, so let's go out here in the middle of the light where I can see what the heck I'm doing and see if we can find somewhere to set down and see them.
Orbital flight engaged.
Guess we'll go in this area here, maybe. Not the greatest, but oh, that'll be a little better over here. Okay, are you a vent or a fumarole? You are a vent. Okay.
There's a nice mountainy region.
You are also a vent. Ah, there's a fumarole over there. Bunch of them. There's a magma fountain over here. And one of those strange looking rocks. Alright, there we go. We've tagged all 3 of the geos. Not that they gave us anything because it's the same as the others in this system. What's that over there? Looks like it may be a rock. Yeah, it's another rock. I'm wondering if the bark mounds don't have a bug in there, though actually those funny looking rocks.
I was kind of thinking that, but didn't say nothing.
Yeah, well, it's entirely possible.
Or it could be they're there, but they're just not showing up.
That's
Not
also
generating
entirely.
in.
Yeah,
Or they're
Try
under the
getting
ground.
out, take a closer look at them.
I have. I put the, I get out next to them, and the stupid things are taller, quite a bit taller than me.
If you remember once, the bacteria used to be under the ground and you couldn't get it.
Yeah, and we may have that problem here. I don't know. Fumarole. Lots of fumaroles, magma spouts, vents, rocks.
Everything but what you're looking for.
Yeah. Now what I may do is just jump over to that little moon next to here.
Yeah.
Because that one says they're everywhere. So at least that'll tell me what I'm looking for. I think I know what I'm looking for, but obviously I haven't found it yet.
To me, they look like termite hills or ant hills.
Yeah, they look a lot like termite mounds.
Yeah.
You're at that top? Ah, there we go.
wheel. Let's go see what they're like on that other planet.
Cannot comply. Frameshift drive charging. 4,
Because they're quite likely to be the same one.
1. Engage.
Is this the same primary?
Well, I'm going to the moon of the planet I just got off of.
Oh yeah, then it should be the same.
Well, in Codex, it only shows me one time.
System map. Oh, okay. Well then, yeah.
He lied to me again. There's no fungoid at this location.
I think the only difference is the color. One may be tan, one may be like clay red,
Hmm.
but their formations
Should be the same.
basically the same.
Yeah, and I haven't even seen anything close to that kind of formation. And we're set for bark mounds. All right, so where do we set down on this planet?
Right.
Right where?
I was gonna say, raise your nose up. See that green right above nose height? Right in there. Now hit your combat thing. See what the terrain looks like.
All right.
Okay, hit it again. What I do is aim for the darker, because the darker is by the hills.
All
Just
right.
try to stay in the green.
So we'll just aim here for right now.
Yeah. Unless they're out there in the plains, but
And it's got this area over here.
it may work.
Yeah, it may not. We'll see. Well, there's a fumarole.
You're good at finding them.
Same type as on the parent planet. Nope, there's a vent. Oh, and a magma thing. Magma spout. Silicate magma spout. And vent. So that's the 3 geos. And we'll look over the left. I don't see anything. We look over on the right. Nothing special there. And so we'll just start going forward and see if something shows up. we'll scan a few rocks just to make sure they're not rocks. But no, they should have knobbly little projections on them that we can shoot off. And they should look like baby tree stumps. Should. And that up there is a fumarole or two. There's some more fumaroles. And magma and vents. What's that? Oh, that's a fumarole.
I hear you. That's a weird looking fungoid, and it's small as hell compared to how tall they usually are.
What?
1 second.
Bonk.
There I am.
Oh no, those are that's just another species type of. You got them that way. You got them where the stalks, those little balls on top, and then you got them like the burrow cactuses that don't have the arms. That usually are bright green, bright pink, bright red.
Ah, damn it. I hate these mountains. They're more like very steep hills than your typical mountain.
Well, you're the one that's calling them mountains instead of very steep hills.
Mm.
So which
Well,
are they? You're the one that's claiming.
They're tall, so I mean,
Well, then they could still be just very steep hills. How are you defining it? You're the one there. You're the explorer.
Everything to him is tall, rare,
Uh-huh.
weird.
Done with my tea. Thought I'd spare you.
And what kind of tea did you have, sir?
A oolong,
And oolong, huh?
black oolong.
I found out something.
What?
Sometimes when a restaurant is telling you they're serving you oolong tea, they're not.
Well,
Bes-
that's not good.
Well, you see, there's a tea that tastes very similar to oolong that's made from Solomon seal. And rather than confuse people,
Yeah,
since they taste similar,
they just
they just say oolong. And I have found there is a slight taste difference between the two, and I much prefer the Solomon seal to the oolong.
oh, do you?
So much so that I went out and bought a box.
I
Bulker
just
and
like
bag.
Lipton's.
Oh, that's good. Lipton's makes great teas. Just the plain old basic Lipton
Yeah.
tea is great. Yeah. I have a handful over here.
Uh-huh.
I have a selection.
Well, I will agree. We'll have to agree to disagree on that subject.
It's all in the taste palette.
Teach
Yeah.
his own.
But sometimes you can fancy shit up too much.
You can.
So,
The problem with the U.S. Lipton is that it's the sweepings off the cutting room floor. It's not actual cut tea. It's the quantity known as dust. So after they get it, get done cutting the tea that they charge basically $0.25 a bag for, they sweep up the floor, bag it, and charge it around the price of a penny a bag. And that's what is in your standard U.S. Lipton is dust. Along with anything else that happened to be on the floor.
well, if you want to be technically correct, there's nothing that you eat that don't have some kind of bug parts or everything else in it because
Oh,
they're
certainly.
allowed that much percentage to go through. So,
Mm-hmm.
That's where they get the protein from in India. The vegetarians, they get it from the curries because all the plants, all the bugs and maggots breed in there. And the rotten meat. Like, yuck.
That's gonna hurt.
And then there's folks that like the herbal tea.
Yep. And take your pick. You can have any flavor you want with an herbal.
yeah.
Somewhat true.
Yeah. I could take the junk tea and add some lilac oil to it.
Yep.
Or mint to it. Yeah.
My problem with tea is I have to watch it because if it's got too much tannin in there, my system reacts to it rather strongly.
Ah, okay. Might I suggest trying something like yerba mate? Where you still get the caffeine, but you don't have the tannic acid.
I usually prefer non-caffeine tea.
Okay.
If I want caffeine, I'll go for coffee.
Ah, okay.
My family was French-Canadian, amongst other mixes, and primarily, and they preferred both.
Stump jumpers, you say?
That has been known to come out of the pile.
Have you don't want tannin in your tea, I think green tea and black tea don't have it.
Green
I
tea
usually
does
go
not.
with green tea.
Black tea is the one with tannin. It's developed in the process where they turn the green, where basically they roast the tea leaves or dry them out, produces tannin. If memory serves. It may not, but it usually does.
I use tannin in my pickles to make them crisp.
Aha!
And it's usually either an oak leaf or a grape leaf that I wash real good. Put part of it in the bottom of the glass jar.
Aha! I did not know that. I knew
That's
the
what
oaks.
my grandma did, so that's
Yeah.
what I do.
I knew the oak leaves have quite a bit of tannin in them. I didn't know about the grape.
Yep. But yeah, if you
I'll
want
keep that
crunchy
in
ass
mind when
pickles.
next time I'm eating Greek cuisine.
Huh?
They use stuffed grape leaves quite a bit.
Yeah, the
Oh
Greeks.
yeah. If you look at it, it's got a lot of tannin in it.
I like them, but I don't like them all that. I don't like them all that often. I'm more partial to spinach pie.
I can't find an argument there. Spinach is a lovely thing.
Yeah, pasticcio isn't too bad either. When I was in college, we used to have what we called Greektown down in downtown Detroit. Now we got Mediterranean cuisine all over the place up here.
Fumarole.
I take it you haven't found one yet?
No. I found lots of fumaroles, magma spouts, and vents.
We even have a couple of Yabinis up here that have opened up a pizzeria. Their specialty is ghost pepper pizza.
Oh lordy. No, thank you.
It's quite good.
You can have it.
That depends how many ghost peppers are on it.
Yeah, that's true. They kind of have to tone it down a little bit.
Yeah.
But if you ask them for full strength, well, you asked for it in the terms of the old TV show.
Flavor?
I would imagine so. I haven't really asked him about it. Next, my nephew and I are planning on going out there one of these days and testing them out.
Yeah.
They're over in in the Hamtramck area of Detroit.
Oh, okay.
Used to be known for its Polish area, but there's not that many Poles left in there. It's mostly Yemenis and Middle Eastern types in there now.
Oh,
For actual really flavor, I'd rather have just jalapeno peppers.
yeah.
Hmm.
Because if it's so hot, you can't enjoy the flavor of it.
That's true.
Yeah, and as I remember from having tried ghost pepper once, there was far more heat than flavor there. There's a lot of other peppers I'd rather taste.
Cayenne is about as hot as I go.
Yeah. I got cayenne peppers out in the garden and jalapeno peppers and banana peppers and bell peppers.
Banana peppers.
Yeah.
I love banana peppers.
I
How?
don't think I had any
Pickled
of those
or
before.
Yeah,
My
there's
nephew loves habaneros.
they're when I get them, they've been sliced and pickled, and I put them on sandwiches.
yeah. That's what I usually do with them. Is a can a bunch of them.
Yum, 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 yum. I could, if I'm not careful, I could just open up the jar and start forking them out.
Yeah.
I
do the
do
same
like
thing
them.
with the jalapenos too. Is pickle them
Mm-hmm.
and then throw them in my sauce. You know, salsa that I make, and
Yep.
then I get a little tad twitchy and throw them in some jelly.
Mm-hmm.
Make some jalapeno jelly.
Jalapeno jelly, yeah.
Is this second sample?
I have some hot pepper jelly in the cabinet right now. It's made from chilies. Chili peppers.
Yeah, my nephew is the chili head of my bunch. He's partial to habaneros, sometimes ghost peppers, but mostly habaneros.
What I usually do with the habaneros is I keep them on the side, and I just use them to kick the heat up a little bit. Just if the other pepper, I use the other peppers for taste, and then if the doesn't quite end up hot enough, I'll add a little habanero just to kick it up a little bit. Because the habanero is another one with not a whole lot of taste to it, or at least not that I can taste.
No, but full strength after it hits you, you get the endorphin rush, which is what a lot of people
Oh yeah, oh absolutely.
imbibe them for. It's a legal endorphin rush.
Yeah, so's running 7 miles.
Yeah.
Runner's high. I used to love runner's
That's
high.
true too. Except that doctor told me to knock off the running stuff. Seems my niece had the cartilage just worn away on the inside of the kneecap.
Yeah.
They got this shit to replace that stuff now.
Deb,
Yes, sir.
they're gonna touch my kneecaps when I can't reach the shotgun.
I'm just saying they got the stuff now to replace the cartilage.
They've also got stuff where they can inject, and they inject stuff for your body that makes your body regrow the cartilage. Then there's also some a compound known as glucosamine chondroitin, which also encourages your body to regrow cartilage.
I give it
I
to my
take that
dog.
pill for 'em.
Glucosamine.
God awful slow process, but
Yeah, I imagine so.
As far as I can tell, it sort of works because I've got less knee pain than I used to.
Oh, you had it done too?
No, I've been taking glucosamine chondroitin for 5 years.
Oh, okay.
Try and get a little repair done on some of my joints in a relatively natural way.
Problem is if you have like pretty poor healing abilities to begin with, how fast do you generally heal from things?
Used to do it quickly, but it's been slowing down as I've gotten older.
Yeah, and it doesn't help when you go slamming down into the pavement on both knees. And yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't sound very good.
No, I've done it too many times in the last, well, not so much the last 3 or 4 years, but just before the night before I retired, I took a fall and ended up going down both knees at the same time.
That ain't happy.
Nah, my first day of retirement, I was in the hospital having the doctor look at my knees.
With a hangover from the retirement party?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I wasn't hungover.
Why not?
Because he didn't drink the night before.
Oh.
Why not?
He was too busy getting his knees banged in.
Yeah, I was moving I was moving my stuff out of my office desk at my office.
That's all the more reason to get drunk. After you bang your knees.
No, because you want your body to heal.
You don't work for Uncle Sam. At least not where I do.
Well, you
And get drunk.
Right?
That bad news can hit you in any number of ways.
And none of them in ways you want to.
Very true.
Some of those who work for the uncle live in areas or live in positions where getting drunk is expected, and other ones where getting drunk is forbidden.
When I first started, they had a group that were proud members of what they termed a six-pack for lunch bunch.
I just saw something.
I said the six-pack for lunch bunch.
Yep. That's insane.
In some cases, it wasn't beer; it was something stronger.
No, it's a rock. Dang it.
Down them rocks.
How dare rocks be put here?
Oh, I thought for a second I saw something conical. So it's like, it's a cone, it might be one, and I go there and it just looks like a cone
It's a
because
rock,
it's
it's
set
a
in
rock.
because of the way the slope is, and it's set down, so it looked like a cone. And I'm just like,
Did it look like a stiff upper finger?
Well, there are rocks on the other planets around here that look like that.
The other planet has other. The only way you can tell that they're not them is because they're like, once you land to take a closer look, they're huge.
Well, if you know, after a while you start to learn relative sizes of things if you really pay attention.
My last sample.
Everything here is huge.
No, those anthill wannabes that you've on the other planet are huge. They're like small mountains.
No. They're only the height of the ship.
They're only the height of the ship.
They're only the height of the ship.
Oh.
They're only the height of the ship. 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 They're only the height of the sh
That's
I'm
high
sure
and low.
glad that that nothing I have to do in my life depends on your measurements.
What are you talking about, Trace? There was some that were like 100 feet tall.
You give the correct meaning to why I carry a dollar bill in my pocket. I've been all my life, guys are saying, it's this big. That's over 8, 9, 10, 12, 14 inches. And it's like, wait a minute, let me break out my damn dollar bill. That son of a bitch is 6 inches long.
Exactly. 6 inches, yeah.
I'm going to bite my tongue. I'm going to bite my tongue.
You behave.
Don't draw blood.
Go ahead. I'm sure I got something to go right back at it.
Nope, 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 nope. Inappropriate content. Inappropriate content. Not going there.
Thinking.
I'm not going there.
That's why my
Ah,
wife carries two.
what can Google do to you?
Whoa. Google can do a lot. I mean,
I can shut the
you
channel
don't
off.
even have to do anything and they can nail you. Figuratively, that is.
I think they've already done Trice over anyway.
Yeah, pretty much.
True enough.
Well, yeah, but they're a business. They don't care. They want to make money.
Yep.
That's true enough.
And he's used it for 5 or 6 years without any cost. So.
Yeah, but they should have had a way to transfer, a reliable way to transfer account.
Well, I understand why they don't, but it's it's annoying. It has to do with they can't, it's ownership traceability and that sort of thing. But, it's primarily the type of account that I ended up with. So what happened? Actually, let me go back. Started out with a family account. And at some point in the past, they merged the family type accounts with the nonprofits and businesses. So that they termed them organizational accounts. And they had a class of these organizational accounts for nonprofits and families that were free, and for small businesses that really couldn't afford to have anything more, that was also free. And so the recent change is they took all those free accounts and they said, well, this free legacy account is no longer going to, account type is no longer going to exist. You need to move forward to this new organizational type, which costs money. And I'm just like, nope.
It's like everything else in life that once was free and now you have to pay for it. YouTube, you can pay so much if you don't want to go through the advertisements in the middle of a stream.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, yeah, I can wait the 5 seconds to click skip ad.
Yep. I'll watch the ads.
Are as much as 5 to 10 minutes now.
Yeah, when they stream 6 or 7 of them together, I just get annoyed.
Yeah.
I haven't had that on YouTube yet.
I have.
What's worse is YouTube actually has some ads that are like an hour long, and if you just have it playing in the background and you're not really paying attention, you just want to listen, you're like, what's taking long?
Until time.
You go to
But yeah, I understand what he's talking about, but at the bottom right is once it plays past a minute, maybe, it says skip ad.
Yeah. They do have quite a few longer ads, and you can choose to view them or not.
Yep.
You can set it to get no ads.
Only if you
Pay.
pay.
No,
pay.
no. you
Yeah,
don't need
it
to
says
pay.
if you want no ads, pay this much a month.
Well, I am using.
Yeah, I'm using that blocker too.
I am using.
haven't had issues with it yet. It's called Outline.
Yeah, that's one of them.
Literally.
Yeah, there's more than one.
Yeah.
And the best one I've found is called Enhancer for YouTube.
Okay.
You can change the themes, whatever controls you want, block all ads, accept ads from these channels, playback modes, codecs, anything you can think of, almost, that you want to do, you can do here. Enhancer for YouTube.
Or you get that add whatchamacallit, the downvotes back. To where you're at it.
That app might just be only for Firefox, now that I think about it, because I use
I was gonna say
Firefox.
there's
I
different
have-
ones for Firefox and
Yeah. So it depends on your browser.
well, I have 3 of them, so
That one works with Firefox.
Well, I don't know what it means, but it's where it had them everywhere, but I don't see any.
What, the bark one?
Yep.
I'd put bark mounds on my ignore list.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're not real biased.
Are you gonna be
anyway.
out there for over
you know,
a month and
I
not
should
have
land,
what
shouldn't
gathered?
What's up?
I should land and get out of my ship.
Yeah.
It's your
Screw around and
first
miss
football.
his carrier ride.
Now watch me get out. It's like, oh, there's one.
Then probably find
I
one you
thought
can
it
shred.
happened to a bark mount, but
No,
happens
he's
to
been having a
not.
tough time.
Deploy landing gear.
Landing gear deployed.
Landing gear deployed.
Okay. Well, I asked one of the Canon boys, since they're the rocket scientists of spreadsheets and shit, what the colors meant for these bios. You know, the red, the emerald, the cobalt, and all this stuff. And he came back. He said, "Well, if every Odyssey bio, there are multiple colors depending on the sector. You could make a Kodak if you could find, or if you found a new one. What I was doing in the void sector last week would recommend, if you're going to look for bios, look for them in rich atmosphere, somewhat rare." But he still didn't answer my question.
Huh.
What do the colors stand for?
I needed another way to tag them, and they came up with colors. It needed something in
System
the
map.
database to tag it with, and they're using colors for
Now
that.
he could be onto something that, like an ammonia-based or a methane-based atmosphere may have a certain color, and a carbon-based atmosphere may have a certain color. I don't know. I know one person said it depended on the star type when you come in the system, but I blew that right out of the window, because on one planet I had white and lime and mauve. So I thought, well, that can't tell you what star type, because
Nope.
that's 3 different colors.
Retract landing gear.
Landing gear
Landing gear retracted.
Frameshift drive charging.
All right.
4, 3,
To get the codex
1.
with it.
Engage.
Another system. Oh, well, heading back to the bubble, actually, trying to get back. Too thin out here.
But anyways, it's like, okay, well, that didn't really, quench the thirst.
Hmm.
Because, the way I answered is, I know that, the type is bacteria and da 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 da. Then you have the different species or gene of it. But what does the color stand for? So he answered me in a political way. He answered it without answering it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I hate that.
He dodged.
Mm-hmm. That way he sounds very intelligent, even though he don't know what the answer is.
That sounds like a typical bureaucrat.
And there's a reason they say it all the time, too.
If you tell a lie 3 different times, everybody's gonna believe you.
Mm-hmm. That's what they'd like to believe. And unfortunately, a lot of the time it's right.
What was it dear old Adolf used to say? You tell a lie often enough, big enough and often enough, and eventually people will believe it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe some, but I won't.
Get close somehow.
Surface scanned by 50%. Surface scan complete.
Well, this one doesn't have any. Okay.
Damn it. These things are too small.
Then we'll just have to drop in, get our first footfall, and move on to the next. Although we are coming up on the end of the night, so maybe I'll end it
Orbital
here.
flight engaged.
Am I gonna let me get it?
Bing, 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 bing. Deploy landing gear.
Landing gear deployed.
Landing gear deployed.
Alrighty. I think that's as far as we're going to get tonight. What we got left here? System map. Alright, so we got a map that planet. And the gas, 2 more gas giants. Bunch of landables. Some of which have bios and geos. Probably more bark mounds because that's what seems to be in this system. But who knows? It could be something else. Ooh, 2 bios. Ah, a planet with 2 bios.
Can't say you're cooking with Crisco until you get one with 8.
Yeah, no kidding. Alrighty, so first actual live stream on this channel is now coming to its conclusion here. I'm still in the process of uploading the video from last night. It's in, what mode is it in? It's checking now. It's checking.
It's still checking?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had that happen before. Thought it would have been done by now, but
Yeah,
we got one of those longer ones.
yeah, well, whatever.
Check.
It is what it is. So yeah. Alrighty. Oops, I need to be over in the other thing. There we go. Okay, so I'd like to thank everyone who came along for the ride this evening. It was great having you all along. Castle and Shane, thank you for joining us in the stream chat. And Philip, James, Hans, Lynn, and Carl, thank you for joining me in the voice chat. It's great having you guys along as always. So, ooh, my voice broke. Yeah, we will pick this up again tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. That's all for now. This is Trismegistus signing out.
Good night.